Geometry, Chapter 4, Section 1, Translations. I apologize, I've got a little allergy, a little cold, something going on, so I do have the sniffles and little little voice, or my voice sounds just a little bit different. So please be patient, and here we go. So translations are just something we do with geometry. We we move things around. Maybe it's on a coordinate plane, maybe it's on something else. It doesn't actually change the size, but it will move it around to different places on the coordinate plane. I think of something like translating English to Spanish or Spanish to English. If we're going to translate something, it might be a little bit different, but the meaning is going to be the same. So we're not going to completely change the meaning. We're just going to change the way it's delivered. So let's take a look at a quick vector translation. So let's look at this triangle ABC. We have the coordinates of 4, 3, 7, 1, and 4, 1. And so let's get it off of there. This would be A. This would be B. This would be C, or B, excuse me. Nope, I did that wrong. No, that's right. B is 7, 1, and C is 4, 1. And so we're going to translate that in a vector. And this vector is going to be -4, 1. Vectors look kind of like parentheses. Or you might look at them as, unfortunately, the way I've drawn them, they're kind of more like inequalities. But in the book, you'll see they're a little more technically drawn. So we're going to transform that. So we're going to have an A prime, which is how we'll represent our translation, a B prime, and a C prime. And so how we do that is vector translations. In this case, we are going to add a -4 to all of our x values, and then we're going to add 1 to all our y values. Oh, I lost my A there. There we go. So our A prime, we're going to take our 4, and we're going to add -4. And then we are going to take our 3 and add 1 to it. So that's going to give me a value of 0, 4. So our new A prime is 0, 4. Our second one, we're going to add the -4 to 7. And then we're going to have 1 plus 1. So that's going to be 7 minus 4, which is 3. And 1 plus 1 is 2. So our B prime is 3, 2. Some of you can probably already see where our C prime is. Excuse the pun. It was horrible, but that's okay. So we're going to have 4 plus our -4 again. Oop, I didn't want to do that. And so okay, so I just had a knock at the door. I apologize for that. I'll get back on track where we were. So we're finding the y value of our C prime now. So we're going to take our, where's our y value? So that's 1. We're going to add 1 to that. So that is going to be 0, 2. And so I think probably we could have seen where that one was going. And that is our C prime. And so if I were to connect those points, we would be right there. So again, notice that the size of our triangle didn't change. We just went from our pre-image into our actual image. ABC to A prime, B prime, C prime. Okay, so you might see, we're not going to graph the second one because we can take that information and graph it. You might see it a different way as well. Maybe we have, I'm just going to stick with triangles because they're 3 points and that'll get us through this screencast a little bit sooner. Maybe I've got triangle ABC, and let's say I've got coordinates 4, 8, -6, 2, I'll make that a negative, and then maybe, let's just go crazy and go 10, 16. They might actually have you do your image, your A prime, B prime, C prime, and they would list it something like this. Again, as crazy as that looks, all we're going to do is subtract 8 from our x values, and we're going to add 10 to our y values. So our A prime is going to be 4 minus 8, which is -4. Our x value of A prime. Our y value of A prime is going to be 8 plus 10, which is going to be 18. Then we go to B prime, and we take -6 minus 8, which is going to be -14. And then we take 2 plus 10, which is going to be 12. And then C prime, that's going to give us 10 minus 8, which is 2. And finally, our C prime y value is going to be 16 plus 10, which is 26. Now, I don't need you to graph this. Again, I just threw some arbitrary numbers in there just to use. So again, that is a translation, very short and sweet, just a little over 7 minutes. Chapter 4, Section 1, Translations.